Yeah. You are now watching Griftcast IRL, brought to you in part by Monkey and a Computer, in association with Fat Guy doing Fat Guy stuff. This is yet another episode. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I hope you're ready for this shit. Well, look who decided to grace us with their presence. I don't know if anybody's even out there. Well, I will know if somebody actually says something in the chat, but what happens if nobody says anything in the chat? Then how am I supposed to know anybody is out there? Oh, it's a vexing conjuring conundrum that I don't know how to solve. If they only knew the entire reason that I had a 5-minute intro in the first place is because I sat there contemplating on whether I should have even gone live in the first place. It's such a vexing time that we live in. Some people find it oh so easy to just come online and say a bunch of bullshit. And then a bunch of other people out there are maybe like me and don't want to have any bullshit. But then again, I got to remember, this is the Griftcast. We are here to grift money. So we got to do it. So let's start over. Okay, wait. Okay. You are now watching Griftcast IRL, brought to you in part by Monkey and a Computer, in association with the Americas. This is your favorite show. Check it out. Dinner. What up? Welcome back to another episode of the Griftcast IRL. I'll be your host this evening. My name is Manuel Chavez III, or the Turd, depending on how you know me. At one point, my friends used to make fun of me, calling me Frank Schwellington III, and I still don't understand that joke, but I still don't like it. It doesn't matter. Those people aren't really my friends. I haven't talked to them in years. Whatever. I just want to be loved. I just want to be loved by you. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. What's up, suckers? What's up, mother cluckers? How you guys doing today? Pretty well, I hope. Hopefully your last 2 days have been good. I mean, the news has been kind of newsy. I mean, I feel like there's been things happening that I should have been talking about, but I've been dealing with other things, working on new jobs and new apparatuses, and then feeling stupid that I spent money on a bunch of tools, and now, maybe I'll still get to use them or whatever, but they got cooler shit than I got. So I feel like wherever I'm going to be doing here in the future is going to be real interesting. I think it fits a lot of the different boxes that I'm trying to get into. I was really trying to get into like assembling really nice servers and stuff, but I figured, if the world's going to shit, I better learn some good skills or whatever. And I mean, what have I been lately? I've been a low voltage electrician / I guess I am an electrician now too. That fucking outlet right there fucking sparked up something fierce or something. I don't know, man. I'm glad I was awake, motherfucker. I was glad I was awake. I was just sitting here minding my own business in front of my computer or whatever, looking at shit on the internet, trying to figure out what I was going to talk to you people about. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I start smelling, and I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? And I look over and I fucking see that shit like melting over there, and I was like, oh, what the fuck, bro? I was like, what the fuck, bro? So I had to like pull out my thing, and then, I'm all like over there. I had to go outside and turn off the power, but this place has got power. Like, I don't even know what the fuck it is. I had to look it up. But it makes sense, right? Because I was like looking at it, and it's like some black boxes, but it doesn't have those flippy switches. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have flip switches. It's got like their glass. Their glass. They have what looks to be some form of fuse on the inside of it. Very ancient technology. No fucking idea how that shit works. And I'm like, but the thing is nothing's labeled. So, like I started from the one end and I just started unscrewing them. And then I ran over with the voltage tester and tested it to see if it had electricity. I figured out which one it is. And it just so happens that outlet that my computer and shit is all hooked up to is connected to that outlet. So that's probably why that did that. So I probably shouldn't even have that heater on there. I need to rearrange the power and shit. Maybe get it upgraded. Sure, he says she's not upgrading it. So just got to be careful. So, I unscrewed the thing. Then I unscrewed that thing, pulled it apart, went and bought another thing, put it back together, screwed the thing back in. So, I didn't, so I didn't die. Well, I mean, I kept it unscrewed until I replaced the outlet and I put it back in. But yeah, it's fun trying to like figure out old shit sometimes. That's what I do all day long, man. It's like fucking I see networking equipment from like the 1980s and shit, from the 1990s, the 2000s, and I was just like, why do you still have this? You guys are still using it? They're like, well, yeah, it's still working. And I'm like, but dude, this was like fucking state of the art when I was in high school. That was like fucking over 20 years ago. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just want to have fun. I want to learn how to build some shit. I want to learn how to cast metals and CNC machine shit and create stuff to really high tolerances or whatever. I feel like that'd be a good time with it. Like I could make shit out of wood. I've been getting pretty good at cutting into wood walls and like fixing shit or whatever at the job sites that I've been doing or working at. But I got to figure out what's more. Then after looking at that ancient circuit breaker, I was like, bro, what the fuck is this shit, bro? This is like a screw. I was like, when did this place get built? I thought it was built I think it was built in like the 1950s or some shit. And they haven't upgraded it at all. Like the main house has got regular shit, right? But this place has got some fucking, like where would I even fucking buy those, right? Like screw in fuse. Yeah, like this. Oh, I guess I can't just go buy them at fucking Home Depot. No way. Yeah, these things. Like, what the fuck is a fuse? This is exactly what I have, though. Well, not exactly. Mine are the ones in mine say 30 amp, like this one. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? A Busman SL plug fuse? Like, what the fuck is a plug fuse, bro? I never seen that. I ain't never seen that before, god damn it. Like, what? Is that what that is? Yeah, what is a plug fuse? A safety device. Different leak in the chain. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm surprised that thing was going up, but then this shit. Is it dangerous to replace a plug fuse? I don't know. Is it made out of glass? It doesn't matter. This is not even what the show is about. So whatever. My life's pretty good, right? Maybe we'll figure out how to wire and stuff. I mean, I feel like I know enough to run conduit and stuff. I mean, and then I just read all of the codes or whatever. I mean, if you read all the codes and then you just follow them, I mean, like, how are you not going to pass an inspection? Just make sure the power's not hooked up. What the fuck? It's not that hard, right? Which is pretty funny to me because I think about it, and I've been doing a bunch of low voltage, so you don't really ever have to worry about getting shocked with that shit. But it's been more than a few times where, like I've had to like move a conduit box or something like that, and I've been wanting to get a wand, right, so I can like plug it into the outlet and go like find the shit. Now, yeah, I'm probably gonna need it. It'd be good to have. See, this is me in my brain right now trying to justify by spending money on shit. Whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. Anyways, I guess I should shout out some people in the chat since it looks sufficiently filled up with the cute few people saying some things. So we got what? Bradles McGee, whoever that is. We got Cherie. How's it going, Cherie? Nice to see you. We got Squiggles McJuniors. How you doing there, Squiggles? What's going on at JR Riggs? Always a pleasure. How you doing, Mimsy Schwimsy? And how you doing, Mimsy Schwimsy? Look at that. We got a couple people in here coming and hanging out, coming and talking stuff. Why does those things? I always have to like reset these things before I go live. It's annoying. So, anyways, what do we got for you today, dudes and dudettes? There's a few things that have happened today that have been very troubling, and some that are not troubling. Do you dislike seed oils? Yeah, some people do. I don't know. I feel like the big news story for today, though, probably going to be Mr. RFK, right? Things are still happening in the world. The government is still moving forward. They're on TV a lot. We're getting a lot of information. They're being very transparent. And yeah, it looks like another big win for the Trump campaign in the form of Robert Kennedy. Yes, or Robert F. Kennedy. I'm sorry, RFK, which is Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. Jr. was confirmed and sworn in as the Health and Human Services Secretary. And I got to say, is he's definitely a big upgrade from the last guy. That's 100% a fact. You cannot argue with that whatsoever. And I mean, maybe it's going to be a new, leaner and meaner and cleaner version of the United States. We're going to stop having fatties over 4 years. We're going to get all those presidential fitness tests and stuff like that happening. Yeah, dude, shit's going to be good because we got to get these American people in war fighting conditions. Huh? What do you think, America? It's time for World War III. You got to go over to Israel and die for your gods. You got to take down Russia. You can't be fatties. And he's going to make it happen for you, dude. So I, for one, am excited. I am not excited to have to listen to him actually talk. That's awful. Listening to him actually talk is a real bad thing. I can't do it. I hate doing it. It's awful. I know bad things happen to him, but I shouldn't be saying it. But I don't give a shit. I hate it. I very, very much hate it. But that's whatever. Overall, it was a vote 52-48 to confirm the Kennedy, and the vote largely upon party lines. Interestingly enough, Republican Senator Mitch McConnell of Kentucky actually joined in with the Democrats to oppose him. How very strange. Is that the same Mitch McConnell with the broken foot that, barely even responds when you call it out his name and should be living in a goddamn assisted living facility? That one? That's weird. Yeah, dude, listen to RFK talk is like cancer. It's literal cancer. Every time I listen to him talk, I got to stop because I don't want to get cancer. I mean, I don't know if it's scientific or not, but you know what? Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. We got the anti-vaccine activist and anti-fat person, anti-transgender ideology, anti-everything. He's basically the polar fucking opposite of the individual that came before him. And I think that's great, right? Like, obviously, he's going to shake some things up. Some people are going to lose some weight. My French fries might start tasting better because I could get beef tallow again because we stopped giving two shits about, Muslims, right? Because, looking at where the government's going, it looking like, Arabics going to be on the table here coming up pretty shortly. And that's just because if you don't do it, they're going to throw you in jail or some shit like that. I don't know, dude. I don't know. But what I do know is that he has been made the secretary. He's the guy that's going to be coming forward for us. And we're just going to have to respect it. I mean, to be perfectly honest and blunt about the situation, it is the top story of Google News today. And of course, we got to come to you with those approved news sources, right? Don't want to get any green or non-green monetization signs on our videos. Oh, wait a minute. Was it a top story? Yeah, it was just down here, like 8 hours ago was a top story. 8 hours ago. Most people don't even give a shit about any of that. They actually seem to be more worried about this guy. His name is Modi or whatever. He's India's prime minister, but yeah. Oop, wrong button. He seems a little bit angry at everyone. He seems a little bit angry in the sense that he doesn't want to get any of those tariffs. He doesn't want the tariff smoke that everybody else seems to be, biting into, I guess, as it were. Let's take a listen.
Indian Prime Minister Modi is at the White House today to rekindle his relationship with President Trump. They had close ties during President Trump's first term in office, and now they're back together again with President Trump being elected to a second term.
Yeah, dude, look at that
however,
guy. He's like wearing a dress or some shit. It's weird.
Because President Trump is threatening reciprocal tariffs on countries that have tariffs on United States exports. That could ensnare trade with India and complicate relations between the two countries. In addition, relations with India are very important because the United States is trying to look for allies to push back against Chinese influence in the Indo-Pacific. And that relationship could be a critical one if President Trump turns more of his attention to Beijing in trying to counter China there. Another topic that's coming up will be the war in Ukraine. Modi has not really taken sides in that conflict like President Biden wanted him to stand against Russian aggression there. That's less important for President Trump, who really wants to reach a conclusion to the war by negotiating directly with Russian President Vladimir Putin. So it's expected that'll be less of a friction point today with Modi and Trump reuniting after several years.
Ah, yes, the great reunification between Modi and Donald Trump just happened. We got a lot of good news. They want to bring fairness and reciprocity back to our dealings with our good dear friends in India. Very, very big supporters of us. Totally not working with China or BRICS to undermine us. Ain't like they've been hitting us with gigantic tariffs for a really, really long time. Just like normal shit, right?
We want a certain level playing field, which we really think we're entitled to, and he does also, in fairness. So we're going to work on that very hard, and we can make up the difference very easily.
One of those weird things
with the sale of oil and gas, LNG, of which we have more than anybody in the world.
Mr. President, you've repeatedly called India a big abuser of trade and said it is really difficult to do business in India because of tariffs. You announced reciprocal tariffs today. I am hoping you can speak about what kind of reciprocal tariffs India can expect.
We are right now a reciprocal nation. We are going to, if it's India or if it's somebody else with low tariffs, we're going to have the same. We're going to have whatever India charges, we're charging them. Whatever another country charges, we're charging them. So it's called reciprocal, which I think is a very fair way. We didn't have that. I was going to do that in my other term, but we had the greatest economy ever in the world. There's never been an economy like we had. And then we got hit with COVID. We had to focus on that. And
reciprocal tariffs, huh? So wait, if they tariff us, we're just going to tariff them back at the same amount? Damn, dude, I don't know what economist came up with this fucking plan, but it's definitely not going to help the prices go down. What the fuck?
And I wasn't in India, frankly, and a lot of other countries because the world was very troubled until we got rid of that nightmare.
Make India great again. Yani MIGA.
When America and India work together, that is, when MAGA.
Make India great again? When the fuck was India ever great? I mean, I'm not Indian. I don't know. Maybe it was like before the Bhagavad Gita when they had all the flying machines and shit like that. Maybe that's when it was great. I'm not sure. But you know what? I want that for the Indian people. as long as they do it in India, and maybe if you got rid of the caste system, you might not have as many problems. MIGA. Yes, MIGA. MIGA. That sounds curiously a lot like another MIGA we heard earlier, which was Make Israel Great Again. Which is, I mean, you know, like what MAGA apparently is all about now, which is fine. I'm an ultra MAGA. I still got the Donald Trump hat shit, you know. I voted for this shit. I should be happy. Hell yeah, I'm super happy that my tax dollars are being sent to Israel so that they could bomb children indiscriminately and take people's homes. I cannot wait to be an American citizen that owns oceanfront property in Gaza. It is going to be so beautiful. I am going to love it so much. You don't believe. Anyways, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that, but I don't fucking care.
When it's MAGA plus MIGA, it becomes mega, a mega partnership for prosperity.
Oh, really?
We
It
want
becomes a mega partnership for prosperity? Really, dude? Fucking really, dude? Goddamn. I love Israel. I love Israel. I'm definitely a good goy. Please don't take me out. Right? Is that how it's supposed to be? Do I gotta get down and start fucking bowing at people and shit like that? You know, like, I don't give a shit at this point. I just want to live. I just want to fucking live. What the hell is this? Oh, dude, is that the Indian Air Force One, dude? What is the name of that thing, dude? He's got a point. Nice, dude. All right, dude. That thing's got 3 wheels on the back. That's sick. All right, Bodie, you got a decent plane, dog. You got a decent plane. No hate, bro. No hate. Right? This is great, dude. We're shaking hands. We got Trump coming out. He's making the business deals. He's trying to fix stuff. You know, obviously, he doesn't like those HB1 visas that be taking all of our gerbs. So we're doing really good. Yeah, dude. Manny, you need to wear your massage shirt again. I don't have it anymore. It was so cheaply made that the fucking massage shit like peeled off of it, and it's just a black shirt now. It's just a black fucking shirt now. Yeah, I don't buy new shit, bro. I have like the same 5 or 6 t-shirts that I watch. I gotta go do laundry again. I'm cheap. Cheap, motherfucker. Anyways, I guess we should be happy that Trump is making headway with India. Right now, there's a $50 billion trade deficit in India's favor. The Indo-U.S. goods and services totaled around $190 billion in 2023, and according to India's External Affairs Ministry, the U.S. exports into India were worth nearly $70 billion and imports $120 billion. So yes, I guess, you know, Modi's really not going to have to like getting taxed like that. But we could definitely make up that $50 billion pretty easily by just hitting them with the same tariff that they're coming out at us. And Modi's probably like, well, yeah, we can't really handle that now, can we? No, we can't. So we better start playing good, or we better start making nice with this boy, or we're going to have a huge, huge problem moving forward. Maybe we won't. Maybe we will. I don't know. It seems to be like a pretty big situation, right? We're trying to get more trade deals working. We're trying to get more money flowing. We're trying to resurrect the American economy on the backs of everyone else. And I mean, there is a strong possibility that it's going to happen. I mean, India and USA working on more than a double bilateral trade deal worth $500 billion by 2030. That just seems to be quite the investment, right? And the U.S. is going to increase its military sales to India starting this year and ultimately provide F-35 fighter jets to the Asian ally. Really? They actually want the F-35, bro? I mean, it's a cool-ass fucking plane, but they're, like, falling out of the sky and shit, you know? Like, I'd rather fly like an F-22 or something like that, you know? Feels a little safer. Like, give me an F-14 or whatever. Old-ass F-14. I'd feel safer. You know, I feel safer a little bit. Just a little bit. Yes, so $500 billion is a pretty big deal, but I don't know how they're going to be doing all that shit if we have this whole reciprocal tariff business going on. But, you know, if we keep having a tariff war going tit for tat, obviously it's going to bring people to the table and start negotiating. But are we really getting anything of value? Are we, you know, like, what are we getting of value from them? They got a lot of people. I mean, they aren't the greatest at about just about anything, but like, we got some people, I guess you could say. We got some people. We got some people. Well. So that seems to be pretty much it for that particular area. Trump is meeting with Modi. He's making his business plans. He's doing the Trump, right? He's doing the Trump business, saying some crazy wild shit to get them to the table. And just think, you know, we could own India. Think about that. We could own India in the future. United States of India, right? But we keep them all over there. They don't got to come over here because they can just stay there. You know what? It's just like when he called Justin Trudeau governor, you know? It could be big. It could be big. I don't know. The other big bit of news that seems to be coming out. Here's Politico, the very well-known CIA government-funded organization that apparently is trying to stop disinformation and evil or whatever, as revealed by Doge, is very, very unhappy that the Trump administration has fired thousands of federal workers. I mean, he already did that, but the reality is that people are taking the fucking deal and just getting out, right? They're taking the deal and they're leaving, and guess what? I don't think they could be happier, right? They tried. They're like, you know what, guys? We tried to take over the government and create a kleptocracy, and we failed. And you know what? They're still going to pay us a little bit. So, you know, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Not so bad. But yes, at least 7 government agencies have initiated layoffs, and Dodge's efforts are now entering a more aggressive phase. Yes, Elon Musk is slashing and dashing. He be chopping them. He's chopping them to little bits, dude. He's efficienting them. They're rewriting code. They're turning it into AI and shit. So, I mean, you got to respect it. I mean, it's not exactly like the greatest news ever, but you know, if they could save us, the taxpayers, a bunch of money and make the government work a whole lot more efficient and have less corruption and like weird fucking people walking around, I'm all for it at this point. I don't, you know, might as well just give up. Give me the chip, Elon. Just fucking put it in. That's the way that people are probably going to end up having to be here in the near future. But yes, officials would not say how many layoffs were official, but they know that it goes well beyond the 77,000 employees who have already accepted offers to leave. Yes, the voluntary resignation program has already had 77,000 employees accept it. Yes, they've accepted the plan for resignation. That's right. They called 3% of the workforce well short of the administration's 10% goal. So I don't know. If I was working in government right now, I would really hope that I did a good job and could prove my worth. If not, your ass is grass, mofo. You gone. You gone. Okay. To be perfectly frank, that's a lot, right? Because those are the people that have accepted the voluntary resignation. That's not any number that's associated with anything else, right? Like, that's not how many that they just straight up fired and shit like that for other reasons that they haven't even told us about. Now, to be clear, it's not mission critical to hit the 10% goal, but it is a mission to streamline the government. So it's not like they got to hit that 10% number. 3% is pretty good already, And they just barely started going through the IRS. So, there's going to be a lot of IRS agents that are going to be losing their jobs because Free Tax USA exists. And you know what? It's pretty clear that an AI could probably figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Government AI does your taxes and audits you. How fun's that going to be? It's going to be real fun. Let me tell you. Yep. Also on Thursday, that's right, government efficiency teams, or the Doge team, started in the Housing and Urban Development Agency. Ooh, HUD, dude. HUD is the deep state, bro. HUD is the deepest of the deep states, okay? Like, there's a bunch of different levels to the deep state. HUD is like fucking right before, you get into Satan's Illuminati pussy, I guess, is like the easiest way to put that. But yes, housing and urban development, they hide a whole bunch of shit in there. I'm talking continuity of government type shit. They're spending all this money on urban development and housing and redeveloping cities into smart cities and creating solar cities and all this other cockamamie bullshit that nobody needs to be spending their money on, especially taxpayer money on. HUD is definitely going to be an interesting view, just to put it out there, to put it bluntly, because that is just, I feel like, an untapped wealth of money. And their budget, I feel like, wasn't even that big to begin with. But, what they're spending their money on has got to be fucking wild and ridiculous. I don't know. When we find out, it's going to be pretty interesting. And I'm sure a lot of people in the Department of HUD, or Housing and Urban Development, are going to lose their asses for some of the shit they've been doing, right? Like, these are the guys that are like replanting whole entire cities. I wouldn't be surprised if HUD had something or some kind of connection to the 2020 or the 2030 smart city plan that was put forward for Los Angeles, the same area that just, suffered a very great burning holocaust, as it were, burnt offering. A lot of things to think about here. Even the Small Business Administration suffered issues. The Department of Education getting cranked. Sorry, dog. Veterans Association firing employees. Yep. Let's get rid of HUD. Let's get rid of the Department of Education. Let's just cancel all the debt and all the student loans. And then sell all the student loans in like a big ass default swap and turn it into a bond, and then have people start buying the bonds. So, like, we turn that debt into something that's positive, and I think it'll be great. Yep. Even the OPM, Office of Other People's Pussy. Office of Other People Management. Or just Office of People Management. Actually, that's what it was. I fucked that up like 3 times. My bad. Wow. So, sure, they're still saying that Elon Musk and Donald Trump are orchestrating a hostile takeover of the United States government, blah, 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 blah. Cry me a fucking river. But, like, are they really, dude? Is it really worse than anything that Obama did? Anything that Biden did? I mean, shit, we couldn't even know what Biden did for half the time. They never came in front of the camera. I feel like it hasn't even been 100 days, and we've seen Elon Musk and fucking Donald Trump more times on TV in places than we saw Biden his entire fucking presidency.
Your detractors, Mr. Musk.
I mean, come
on. You do, sir.
I don't believe it.
Say that you're orchestrating a hostile takeover of government.
Look at that
doing
kid.
it in a non-transparent way. What's your response to that criticism?
Also, he's wearing that Make America Great Again hat, which is technically a Hatch Act violation because you're not supposed to, if you're a government official or employee, you're not supposed to be wearing any type of political memorabilia when you're in the White House or serving in an official capacity, doing an interview, whatever. And I mean, they can't even argue and say that they're campaigning because, like, who the fuck's campaigning here? Elon?
Well, first of all,
he can't be president.
You couldn't ask for a stronger mandate from the public. The public voted. We have a majority of the public voting for President Trump. We won the House. We won the Senate. The people voted for major government reform. There should be no doubt about that. That was on the campaign. The president spoke about that at every rally. The people voted for major government reform, and that's what people are going to get. They're going to get what they voted for. And a lot of times, people that don't get what they voted for, but in this presidency, they are going to get what they voted for. And that's what democracy is all about.
Yeah, he would know what democracy is all about, being an American and shit. Number one American, Elon Musk. Gotta love him, dude. Gotta love him. He's a treasure. He's Elon. He's a treasure. He's the greatest that ever was. He's making me look so good because I'm not having to do anything, and he's just out there with his nerds, hairy balls, big balls, hairy balls on ya, little balls on ya, as it goes on and on and on and on. I mean, obviously, Trump administration making a lot of progress, taking a lot of wins. I mean, do we just get in line? Do we just have to accept our fate? I mean, that seems to be where it is right now, Are we all going to just start having to walk around and saying, "Hail Satan" and shit? I mean, that would be nuts, to be perfectly honest. I won't do that. But, like, if Satan be coming around, we'll fucking whoop his ass again. Don't you worry, motherfucker. I still have the flaming sword, and I will still pin your ass to a pillar for 1,000 years, bitch. Anyways, so where do we go from there? I don't really know, dude. I don't really know. I feel like we're getting wins. We're getting people confirmed. Things are moving forward. We're shitting on the Indians. I mean, you got to think that Donald Trump probably had Modi come in. He basically had it. He pushed his chair in just like he fucking did for what's his face or whatever, which is real weird, I think. Let me see if I can find that. Trump Modi. Modi? Chair. Trump Modi chair. Oh, yes. So, yeah, some people were making that sign is that Trump pulled out the chair for Modi, too. He pulled out the chair and helped him push it in so he could sign that document or whatever, or the ledger or the book or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what that is, actually. But he did do the same thing that he did for Israel. So maybe we got to just think about it this way. I mean, he got rid of Vivek Ramaswamy from his campaign at Doge or whatever. They got rid of Vivek. But I mean, he did the same shit that he did for the Israel prime minister. So, like, is he bowing down to them? Is he showing his guts? I mean, are we owned by the Indian government? So that's why they say MEGA. Is India and Israel just the same? And that's what we haven't fucking seen? Are they just, is that how it works? I see you, motherfucker. I see what's going on over here. Wow, look at that. Does it show that he pulled his chair out? Oh, they didn't even get it on that one. Is that like really? Oh, here we go. Right there. Look at that, bitch. I mean, is he just being a gentleman? Is he just being a gentleman? Awesome Jew. Well, people now claim that India controls Trump just because he pulled out of a chair for Prime Minister Modi, just like they did with Israel, and they did the same for Netanyahu. Dude, why are they such whiny little bitches? Oh my God, everything has to be about you. What the fuck? Yep. Israel did 9/11 and controls the United States. They got a 50-50 partnership with fucking India. That's there. I said it. There, I said it. Cancel me, motherfuckers. Do it. I don't care anymore. Okay, I care a little bit, but not that much. I'm just trying to be funny at this point. Yep. We're occupied by India. Look at that. We're occupied, bro. Occupado. Trump did it, dude. Signing this dude. Yeah, is he being helpful, you think? Yeah, he's just being helpful, right? We're not owned by India and Israel. Seriously. He's playing the long con, you know what I'm saying? Because you remember, Trump's a Nazi, right? So, like, he could never have good relationship with Israel unless the people in Israel aren't actually the real people in Israel, and it's all just a global New World Order plan to take over everything and bring about the end of the world through Satan and his minions. Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking crazy, actually, when you put it like that. Holy shit. I gotta relax on all that shit, dude. We ain't that crazy. Jesus. Well. Anyways, the Times of Israel's reporting that Marco Rubio says that they never do anything for Gaza, meaning the Arab states never do anything for Gaza, and they should offer alternatives to Trump's plan. Yes, Marco Rubio is like, yes, we need to give the Jews their land back that they've very tenuously never owned. But, like, it was written in a book that they wrote, and then they gave it to you and said, see, these are our laws, and this is what we wrote. And see, we wrote this before your shit, so you got to follow it. That's the way it works. But yes, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the country is eager to hear proposals from the Arab states on Gaza, accusing them of not being willing to take any practical steps to help the Palestinians. Ah, yes, let's blame everyone else and not blame the people that are supposed to be around it. I mean, we've known that this guy has been Super Zio Cuck 9000, and now he's the Secretary of State, and I think it's just really hilarious because I just can't wait for him to, like, fuck this shit up royally, because he's gonna fuck it up. I'm thinking year 2, 6 months in is when everything kind of goes up in smoke. Up in smoke. Damn, Ezekiel's 40 minutes behind. Damn, sucks to suck, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. It's going to take you 40 minutes to get there. But 40 minutes from now, when you hear this or whatever, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Got him. We just left that. We're leaving that for him. Down the road. Hopefully he didn't see that, though, because then it'll just totally ruin the LARP. What else is going on in the world today? I guess I should hit the U.S. news. Let's see what kind of headlines that they got going on for us in the United States news. Actually, no. We should talk about Munich, actually, is what we should talk about. Munich. What's up with the Jews in Munich, man? It's a big question. Big question. What's up with the Jews in Munich? Anyways, yes, there is new news and reporting that's a major thing happened. Yes, in Munich, where somebody in a car plowed through a demonstration, injuring over 30 people.
Es ist derzeit gesichert und wir haben keinen Anlass zur Annahme, dass eine Gefahr für die Bevölkerung besteht.
Oh, he saw it? Damn it. Son of a bitch. Ruined. Yeah, dude. I guess Antifa moved overseas. Is that the way I'm supposed to read that? A driver drove a car into a labor union demonstration in central Munich on Thursday, injuring 30 people, including children. Authorities said it was believed to be a terrorist attack. Although, since it's the Associated Press and they don't like to throw the words in there the way they should be, yeah. The suspect was an Afghani asylum seeker. Yes, that's from Afghanistan for all you folks out there that don't know what that means. I am not talking about the rug, although they do really have nice ones. Anyways, the incident follows a series of terrorist attacks involving immigrants in recent months that have pushed for migration into the forefront of Germany's elections. Yes, participants in the demonstration by service workers Union de Ver were walking along the street at 10:30 a.m. when the suspect's Mini Cooper overtook a police vehicle. Following the gathering, accelerated and plowed into the back of the group. Officers arrested the suspect after firing a shot at the car, and the deputy police chief, Christian Huber, said some victims sustained serious injuries. The car was battered in the front and had a shattered windshield and was lifted onto a tow truck. And they say the suspect was 24-year-old Afghan asylum seeker. Yep. Wow. Wow. Oh, shit. You find out how you did in Pirate Software Jam? Yeah, just don't even mention anything about any of that shit. But it would have been really funny if you, like, slipped in an Easter egg, like, or like a puzzle or some shit like that into your game that said Maldivius fig tree and had, like, a furry picture or whatever. But he had to, like, solve it to find it. Oh, my fucking God. Would have been. And then he would have sued you and kicked you out of the game, Jam. So, no, I'm glad that you didn't do that. Oh, boy. So, yeah, things aren't good overseas. It looks like the migrants be doing migrant things again. Or, I mean, the terrorists be doing terrorist things again. Although, why the hell are they attacking Germany? Right? Like, where the hell are they going after it? And this is after a recent string attacks, right? There was a knife attack in Ashfiger. There was a knife attack in Mannheim and in Sloglen last year. And most of the immigrants are coming from the Afghanistan, Syria region. So you got to think about that. Oh, and then in the December Christmas market car ramming in Maidenberg, the suspect was a Saudi doctor. Right? Things be happening all over the place, my friends. It's not just here in the United States, dude. They're dealing with it over there in Germany, too. They got motherfuckers literally committing terrorist attacks in a very, very large frequency, much larger than I think what you would have normally seen coming out of that situation. But you made a fucking cool game with mechs and sea monsters? Did you have a sea roach? You should have made fun of them. That's just like, at the end of the day, there better have been something in that fucking game that you made that made fun of him. And if you didn't do it, you're a pussy. End of story. I still love you. But, I had to say that. I just had to. Yeah. From me to you. From you to me. Yeah, I don't know why this guy would have driven into this labor union demonstration. I mean, I guess in Germany they have labor unions, people that are part of labor unions. So they were just like, I guess, walking all around and, protesting some bullshit. I mean, and this guy just decided to go plow through them and accelerate. I mean, sure, there could be just a small thing that he was pissed off and that he decided to go. But, I mean, overtaking a cop that's pretty wild. Yeah, it's pretty wild. What was the crowd? Wait, is this actually what is kind of roachy? Oh, good. Yeah, dude, just lean into that. If you want that game to fucking thrive, if you lose the game jam, you gotta fucking dump it. You gotta take the pirate software and then you gotta put your thumb on it. You know what I'm saying? Your game will sell millions. Listen to me. I've made countless billionaires with my stupid ideas. Need to make $100,000 fast? I could tell you what to do. But then you ask, well, why can't you do it for yourself? You're like, no, it's because I'm a fucking lazy bitch. That's why. It's not for me. It's for you. I'm not allowed to do that. It's against the rules. It's against the rules for me to, enrich myself. I have to enrich other people or whatever. So if I end up living in a fucking barrel down by the river with a bunch of dogs or whatever, you know what? Whose fault is that? It's your fault. See how that works? Who am I? That's a deep cut. Most of you people probably won't even get that, right? You won't even get that. You won't even get it. That's okay, though. It is being reported by another mouthpiece of the deep state called The Hill. If you've ever heard of that place, that apparently we're having some issues with judges yet again, right? Oh, because now they're blocking the termination of USAID contracts placed before the inauguration. No. We set up a bunch of money to go out to our faves so that we could get huge kickbacks. You can't stop it now. That's not fair, bitch.
Today on USAID, it's the agency that provides humanitarian aid around the world. It's come under recent attack from Trump and Musk. Let's take a listen to the Republican chairman and the Democratic ranking member. Gives you a good idea of what both sides were saying today.
It's only fair to Americans if we can prove that $1 is better spent going abroad than staying in the pocket of an American who is right now hustling and grinding it out at work.
Many Republicans have long championed U.S. foreign assistance as critical to our national security, as a source of United States soft
national
power
security
and a key tool to outcompete China's growing global influence.
Michael, even Republicans said during the hearing that USAID is important to maintaining U.S. global influence. Do you think the backbone of the program will survive the Doge purge, or do Trump and Musk think soft power is a waste of money?
Look, I think that still remains to be seen, Drew. I also think that, I cover Congress. I'm in the Capitol, so I do always see things from the congressional perspective. Is Congress is likely to have to play a role in a lot.
Is it just me, or does that chick have a manly fucking voice? Girl, you're deep as shit. Like, what the fuck? You're close to Dr. Girlfriend.
A lot of this when we talk about
If she was like fat doctor girlfriend.
The funding because Congress has the power of the purse. So again, it gets back to the idea of, well, Republicans have a very slim majority in the House. You know, they only have a few votes to spare in the Senate. So to get anything, well, in the Senate, you need the Democratic filibuster anyway.
And then, like, what's going on here? Like, are you looking to the left slightly? Is that why your nose, or is your nose just shaped like that?
But it's going to be so difficult to get any of this done. So we'll have to see how far Doge can go and how far Trump can go with the stroke of a pen through executive orders, and where that leaves him in his quest.
I mean, I know why my nose is fucked up. That's because it's been broken a lot. So I used to get into a lot of fights.
To, upend all of these agencies, because if Congress has to get involved, well, that's where things could get difficult and get limited because of the slim nature of the Republican control up here in the Capitol.
All right, great perspectives from Capitol Hill. Michael Schnell, thanks so much.
Yeah, she can't breathe out of that nose. She looks like she looked like she accidentally swallowed, or she accidentally sniffed up some gold dust in there and blocked some shit. But yes, a judge has ordered on Wednesday that the government temporarily cease efforts to terminate foreign aid contracts and grants in place in order to prior to President Trump's inauguration over a fight for the future of foreign aid playing out in Washington. Yep. Deep state's just coming forward and saying, no, guys, we really need that money so that we can do all of our deep state stuff. And now they're using the deep state judge network that was already pre-placed to basically block stuff, right? But then again, it's only going to be a stopgap and it's only going to work for a short period of time because all the government's going to do is appeal to a higher judge with more power that's already on their side, and then you start to see how this shit's actually working right. They're going to say that they don't have the power, and they're going to put an injunction on it or try to stop it, and they're going to prove that they have the power, and it's what they do. It's what they do. They think that international development is the key to fixing America, even though America is really in need of some development. Like, how are we supposed to follow all of these crazy plans that the Democrats put forward, like the new Green Deal and fucking electric cars and all this other bullshit? How are we supposed to ever get out of the 120-year petroleum economy that we work in if we do not develop domestically? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. It's never made any sense. 10 years ago, international development didn't make any sense when we would go to the U.S. debt clock and see how the numbers just keep going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. I mean, shit is insane, bro. Insanity. Right, you go to the debt clock, you go see how the numbers just fucking going up like crazy, right? $36 trillion of national debt, and we're fucking still spending money every other place. Like, we should be having flying cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? We should have flying cars and shit. But no. We're spending all of our fucking money developing shit for not us in like Israel. And we're about to spend a shitload of money to take over Israel. And who's that for? Well, guess what? It's not for fucking us. And if somebody tries to tell you, oh, what's going to be for national security by securing the Middle East regions with 9/11 will never happen again, shut the fuck up. That's what I'll tell you. Shut up. You're stupid. Like, it don't make no sense, bro. It don't make no sense. Right? But then again, it's okay. We knew that this shit was going to happen in the first place. But money is always going to be the issue. $36 trillion in debt. I wonder how much more money they're going to put us into debt. Or at least they have some sort of financial fiscal responsibility that they're coming forward. The House GOP Panel passed the budget blueprint with $4.5 trillion in tax cuts and steep spending reductions. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So moves are being made. We're obviously hearing that they're being made, and it's actually getting some views to the point of $4.5 trillion in new tax cuts and deficits sounds really, really fucking good. To you, to me, to everything. And yeah, sure, J.R. Riggs, you're just going to fuck up Social Security and everything else. But, I mean, you weren't expecting to actually be able to use Social Security. You knew going in that shit was a scam and it was only going to be for your parents, maybe. Right? Like, that's exactly what people have been, or at least what I've been trying to tell people for at least a little while now. I mean, it's pretty sad, though, that we don't know wait, I guess there is no video in this fucker. But that's fine. It calls for $1.5 trillion in spending cuts with an additional caveat that the House package must include $2 trillion in cuts to the mandatory part of federal spending, which covers programs like Medicare, Medicaid, food benefits known as SNAP, and that $4.5 trillion amounts in tax breaks must be reduced by commensurate amounts. That's pretty crazy, dude. So yeah, $2 trillion in cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, and SNAP benefits. That seems like a lot. Like, that seems like it might be affecting a few people out there in the world today, whether they're young or old. But I'm sure a whole bunch of people that are currently gaming the welfare system and getting SNAP benefits and all this other stuff, you know, those ladies that are driving around in the brand new 2025 Tahoe, getting $4,000 a month in fucking food stamps. Yeah, they're going to be having a real big problem here coming up soon. I mean, sure, it's just preliminary, but are they going to be able to bring that money together? Are they going to keep us together to a point where we're not even going to have it? It's kind of fucked up, man. It's really fucked up. Things are not looking up for us, my friends, at all. You know, you want it to be good. You want things to look good, but you know what? The good looks out there. Holy shit balls. Now it's time to get into some bad looks or whatever, because I learned something today. And usually I'm the one that's putting out the really banger threads on people talking about some things and some other stuff. And then bro, I wonder if I got blocked by this guy because I brought this shit up. Oh, no, he didn't actually block me. That's good. Rawsalerts, very, very popular account on X. $1.2 million followers, posts all kinds of stuff. I remember him talking to this individual in a Twitter space with some other individuals who all blocked me and unfollowed me after I started talking bad about, you know, people with weird sex fetishes and shit like that. Well, somebody put out a thread exposing the guy, and I mean, it is so fucked up. Rawsalerts, otherwise known as Pup Nikon or Pup Hunts or Pup Hunter or Pup Unknowns, but yes, Rawsalerts, whose name is Hunter R, has been exposed as an extreme fetish deviant and more. Hunter is currently on more than 6 different platforms to meet men and physically and sexually abuse him. Hunter is into role playing, such as pretending to be a puppy And it's said that he plays this role 24/7 and wears diapers and soils those diapers and wants to be cleaned. Seeks out a father-son / dom and wants to be controlled as an animal, as well as acting like he is an animal during sexual activities. Hunter claims that over the last year, 2024, his strong desire to join the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, and is currently seeking other military men who are like-minded across social media platforms right now. Hunter has grooming on his FetLife account and has a desire as he likes. Hunter has been accused by multiple outlets. He has engaged in conversations with underage boys. Hunter is aware of the underage ex-Twitter outlet who helps him put his news stories out and others within their group. The child personally told me he is underage and that Roz knew the whole time and still helped him get monetized, which is against the X and Twitter rules. It's also illegal to be in a uniform performing any acts such as Hunter is acting out. Hunter has been accused of bullying other outlets by sending mass levels of accounts to harass and follow report. Whoever is the target, Hunter will use the algorithm to glitch it in his favor for pay. Hunter will put out false information in his news for views, as well as watermarking videos that are not his and stealing stories from small news outlets for his own clout. Roz and his affiliates are in control of the news, and no one else is allowed to have a different point of view because their ruling of the platform and or once a liar propaganda story has been spread and the truth no longer matters as peoples are fixated in a lie. Well. Roz was caught in 2021 as being an Antifa anonymous anti-government entity during the BLM riot movement. While being caught infiltrating multiple MAGA groups, he blamed an old boyfriend for being Antifa and had to change his ways. Then he tried deleting his old accounts and changed his account names and tried to hide his old persona, but they still clearly identify him. Hunter has and is still in MAGA groups, Republican organizations, outlets infiltrating as he does not appear to actually have changed his ways. His family are leftists, very anti-Trump. He promotes protests and codes those protest posts for the audience, tipping off who needs the message when other outlets have a mass post this message. Hunter and his affiliates appear to be making some of the protests that have been going on for very many years. Interesting. Yeah. So, just in case you don't believe that it's actually true, it's 100% all true. And I thought it was really weird because Rawsalerts and all of his little group of miscreant people or whatever were some of the folks that were celebrating it when I got banned. But yeah, it's kind of like pretty shocking to see some of this stuff that's getting posted by this guy and how he's completely wiping all of his accounts very, very quickly because, well, you know, everybody's starting to find out about what his real thing's about. Oh, cool, man. Canine asked a pet. He wears military service uniforms and does it for sexual fetishes. So he lives his day life pretending to be Rawsalert, the right-wing super news guy, but in his personal life, he's a puppy. He's a literal puppy. And, you know, it kind of made me wonder as to why there was so many groups of these people that kept showing up, or, you know, like why you had a huge group of individuals that were not saying a whole lot of things. It's just kind of crazy, actually, when you really think about all of this stuff. You know, there's him in a diaper And, don't you remember a while back, there was like a group of people that were in the military, like posting pictures of them wearing their uniforms with like dog masks on and shit? Yeah. Maybe he was friends with those guys, or maybe it's just like an intelligence op that was all put together. And then it kind of got all busted. Yeah, I guess he must have a trainer or a master or a handler or something of that kind, right? I mean, here's his account on the Fetish Life app. 28, male, pup, single, pup, diaper, lover, baby boy, good boy, age play, gay. You just never fucking know about these people. You just never fucking know about these people. It's fucking disgusting, bro. Fucking disgusting. This is your boy, Diligent Denizen. So now I have to pretty much assume that Diligent Denizen is also one of those guys that's infiltrating the movement and doing a bunch of gay pup age play with people. Because like those two were driving around in cars together and hanging out all the fucking time. There's no fucking way you did not know about this. And if you did know about it and you were okay with it, that's even fucking worse. Blech. Like, you got to be crazy, dude. This shit is insane, bro. Same kid. And you know what? We wouldn't have known about any of this stuff, but he literally set himself up for all of it with like timestamp photos and shit like that. Timestamp screenshot from your Nikon account, deleting that logo. You posted a nude on Instagram. In between you posting news on here and taking pictures of your dumb pup dad in a hotel you guys meet a lot at hotels. Is he married, Hunter? Anyways, I was prepared you were going to swipe it clean and act like you pretend that you're on your Roz account, but yeah. Yep, gotta love being lazy on a Wednesday, doing pup age play and getting fucking massive amounts of follows and shit. Like, remember when the central news outlet was an Antifa and other organizations during the 2020 BLM riots who got their little scratch from filming Antifa while changing their name and trying to hide their identity? Yeah. There he is. Wearing the Lalo shirt, got the fucking rainbow thing around it. So yeah, like in 2020, this guy was like riding with BLM and doing videos and shit, counter protesting, and then started the Rawsalerts thread, and then all of a sudden became a right winger. Even though as early as fucking yesterday, we got him doing gay shit with the dude H and pup play or whatever. And the funny thing is that the last time I checked, that homeboy Diligent Denizen who blocked me or whatever after like I was like requesting to be in their rooms. I'm like, how come you guys never let me talk anymore in these rooms? It's crazy. And they're like, oh yeah, you're just not a part of the club anymore. And like, weren't you guys just hanging out? You guys were hanging out that day. So like, are you the master? That's fucking gross, dude. You guys are fucking gross. Disgusting. That shit is disgusting. Yeah. Social media journalists hit with projectiles covering DC protest. It's hard to explain, and I would not like to talk about it if it's okay. Well, back then I did not know much, and I did blah, blah, blah. Well, back then I did not know much, and I didn't follow what was going on. I just lived in NYC back with my ex, and I just kind of followed what was going on and didn't know much about Antifa and the BLM movement. It's a really bad look when you are involved with all these accounts that have fetishes of baby diapers. Yeah, I understand that. Definitely understand that now. Again, I'm trying to explain. Some people don't understand it, and then some people understand about the fetish thing, and it's hard. I'm not a creep. I'm not into pedo shit. I find that absolutely disgusting. I want you guys to understand that. Yeah, I don't know if you could get into. I don't think that you get into that age play sort of stuff unless you're pedo. Yeah. Apologize in advance for putting this on your timeline, but there's currently a pervert degenerate trying to infiltrate RW Twitter. He was caught operating an Antifa account and communicating with Portland and New York Antifa. He runs these profiles. Some have been deleted. Block him. Pup Hunts, Grapes News, Roz Media, Pig Tifa. Wow, what's that? Here's Rawsalerts' once old tweet post since deleted asking the people what name to do or stick with, Roz Media or Rawsalerts. Damn, dude. Whoever put this thread together definitely did a fantastic job of assembling a very good amount of information on this guy. But like, my worst nightmare has come true, leaving me sick to my stomach. I just got this text moments ago from my sister. Please send your prayers to my family. Everyone affected is being evacuated due to these wildfires. Yeah. I guess you just gotta like really just take these guys and start looking at all of them and starting to realize that nowadays there's whole groups and families of leftists and rightists and whatever the fucks that are literally crossing over and pretending to do kind of crazy shit. Like, sure, good old Hunter James Rehar, just a photo guy for West Hampton Beach or whatever, doing all of that stuff might be anything. We really hate him for, becoming popular on the internet, but it's just kind of crazy. Underage child grooming also isn't anti-government. He's not illegally monetized. What's this? Oh, there's two, but yes, Roz, for instance. I know that there's more, but why specifically ask if Roz knows you're under 18? Yes, Roz knows. Huh. I told some I'm under 18, but not my age directly. So, okay, I see some, like Roz, for instance. You don't feel like you should be strictly doing your own news? Then I must ask, do you ever feel used or anything by these other accounts, considering their views are getting paid and etc.? The H thing was supposed to be a secret. Huh. This shit is insane, bro. Someone's family, hardcore Hillary Clinton fans in 2016. Pup Hunter isn't a part of Antifa, or hasn't it infiltrated multiple Republican groups and organizations? Are you sure? kind of seems like he's sure I just don't even know what to say. Ron was caught and harassed back in 2021 on another pigeon account for talking to a 17-year-old boy about sex. Well, wow. Like, wow. Like, I don't even know what to fucking say, son. That shit was put out over a week ago. And it's barely coming up to the forefront, right? You gotta be literally crazy. I mean, I feel crazy for even giving this, like, talking to this fool. Literally. How many? How many? How many? I don't know, man. I don't know how many of them are. But goddamn, son. If that isn't the craziest kind of shit that I've ever seen, like, I'm obviously going to be unfollowing him and not helping him any at all. Like, no way, dude. Muting that account. I don't want to get that dude any dollars for any of his shit. That is fucking crazy. Just a disgusting fucking weirdo, dude. Like, ugh. Ugh. It's like, why is it always people like that? Like, why can't just good, regular ass, wholesome people get the ups and edge that those folks get? And then literally with this expose, it's just going to make me want to go back and look at all those other characters again and see who we recognize and see how connected they are or interconnected they are in any way. Just disgusting, bro. Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting, bro. Disgusting. You know, I was wondering what happened to 8chan? You know, what happened to 8chan? So, good old Ron put out a cryptocurrency. I think it launched yesterday or whatever. So I figured we would go take a look at where it's been. And apparently, according to the Kiwi farms, it hasn't gone good. Yes. This summarizes transaction history for creating Chan. I'm only concluding the screenshot. It's of the relevant posts, but personal thoughts. But yes, I understand some people were saying the coin was being insider traded. They asked me about it. I knew that this was not true because I had bought all of my 8chan coins and had not traded them back to Solana at all. How could this be insider trading if I was not even trading? Right? I do not accept that the 8chan token creator's word. No one sniped these transactions. Explain to me how 73 million tokens were transferred from the creator's 8chan token account to other wallets without exchanging money. I don't know any other explanation, so please help me explain it, unless I'm super retarded and I didn't realize. So yeah, there's been some issues that have happened with good old CBTS and Ron and everyone else that's associated with it. It's looking like Ron Watson or Ronald, good old Ron, decided that he was going to rug his community, and it officially seems to have happened. So, you know, the last QAnon, or the person that HBO said that they thought was actually the real QAnon, just went and upped and scammed his fucking fans. Yep. Ron Watkins decided to cash in on what little remaining 8chan clout he had left by creating a shitcoin. And less than 10 hours later, 80% of the available 8chan coins were bought up by the project's own developer. And now he's being labeled a scammer. Yep. It's not looking good, dude. It's looking like he tried to scam everyone, but then actually failed at scamming everyone because he's so fucking stupid that he did it. The entire 80% of pub flood supply for 8chan was sniped by SER. The blockchain doesn't lie. Whenever you launch a token, lots of snipers get in. I can't control that. You can't control it? Like, really? Same wallet that created the token proceeds to buy 793,100,000 or 79.3% of the next TXN. On PF, the creator made the token. Always get the first buy, i.e., not a sniper. That's your dev, bro. Bought it all, then sent it out to insiders. Look at the addresses. I circled them for you. CoffeeZilla will have fun with this one. Why did it fall so much? Scammer. Offlana casino chain is AIDS. Just another hot tour now. Ron, for the love of God, please listen to everyone trying to help you. Get on Spaces to clear up everything in the public square and lock up the supply. Do not drag this out any longer. Please help. I mean, like, why do it? This isn't even the first time that Ron has had a cryptocurrency that has come out that has spectacularly failed. I mean, he had Suscoin, which is basically a revision of Bitcoin that does something that Bitcoin does, which is really fucking hilarious to think about. He's just too stupid to realize it. Right? So what does this say? Seems like people on live stream are concerned about how much 8chan I was holding. These are my only Solana wallets holding 8chan coin. I'm not going to sell any of them until the coin hits 100 millions in the market cap. Then it will slowly sell a few percent here and there to take profit. I believe the project, and I believe it will hit a $500 million market cap. I spent approximately $1,200 worth of Solana to buy these tokens after it was launched on Pub Fun. Yeah, he's not smart enough to buy with any disassociated wallets. He literally didn't even cut himself out any to just give to himself to go out there. No. He just put in $1,200 of his own money and bought it from Pump Fund, and we're all supposed to fucking believe that shit? Yeah, like, it's pretty wild. This is pretty fucking wild, bro. Yeah, it's pretty wild just to think that he's telling everybody, oh, well, it was a sniper. You sniped your own coin? Oh, and now you're not going to sell them? Oh, if you're not selling them, how did the fucking coin take it to the fucking ground, Ron? Explain that shit to me, bitch. Like, the blockchain don't lie. It shows you exactly where it's coming from and who's doing what. So he just bought a bunch as soon as it came out? It just doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Like, it doesn't make sense, but here we go. He said a bunch of shit. Circa 2017, I made a fork of Bitcoin called Suscoin, which had a component that allowed everybody to store data into the blockchain. Wow, Ron. So what you're saying is that you forked Bitcoin and you made it do something that it already does. Wow. That's so fucking beautiful, dude. That is like, you're such a god. Bitcoin stores data in a blockchain, and anybody can use Bitcoin to store data in a blockchain. But you made Suscoin, which is exactly the same thing. And that is just, my hat goes off to you, bro. Yeah. Anyways, these days, that type of functionality might be called an NFT. Yeah, you're not even the first person to do NFTs on the blockchain. I know the guy that was the first person to do that. Suscoin took a lot of my time to fork for Bitcoin, and I had to learn how proof-of-stake algorithms work at a deep level to get it off the ground. After launching and mining a bunch of blocks with the community, I decided to put it on an exchange. Back then, there were no decentralized exchanges, and you had to pay for every exchange individually to list your coin. A few Bitcoins worth of fees later, and Suscoin was on an exchange or two. The exchanges went out of business, and Suscoin was only really on the market for a limited duration. I really believe the project that never went to an exchange to sell even one Minecoin or DevCoin. These days, Suscoin is still chugging along at a very low hash rate, and I think back how I should have sold a few to at least make back the listing fees on the initial exchanges. Complete total lie. He totally made his money back, and he scammed everyone on that one too. Because he literally just changed the algorithm a little bit and started a new coin that did the exact same thing that Bitcoin did already natively, and he created a kludge to do it poorly. What a dumb bitch. What's up, Fork Shark? What's up, Spaldo? I have always been a tech algorithm guy, and I might have difficulty grasping finances and money. It may not be a minor block or something, or maybe I'm not wild for it. I can easily design and implement an advanced algorithm, but the financial things are very difficult for me. I understand the irony of that, but blah, 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 blah. I'm a stupid bitch. Suck my dick. So, where it gets really good, I think, is here. I saw that the Trump had released a meme coin, so I looked up how he did it. He built it on Solana, and I did not know much about that point, and I have no technical experience. I downloaded the code for it and switched to the testnet to make a few scripts to create meme coins for essentially free. These coins were easy to make from a tech standpoint, but it would require a lot of capital to be put in a liquidity pool, and I couldn't afford to put capital in a liquidity pool. So he reached out to some friends with experience. One guy told me I need to be very careful of snipers and told me that Pub Fund solves the liquidity pool issue, and if I could create a few Pub Fund coins to see how the platform works. I created a few coins on Pub Fund and saw it was easy to create a coin. With a bit of marketing, it would be possible to even get past the bonding curve. So, that's just Ron admitting that he's ran a couple of scams on Pub Fund before this scam so that he can learn how to do scams. That's cool. But yes, it didn't solve his sniper issue. So he kept asking around and talking to different people. Nobody knew how to stop snipers until I started chatting with the guy who called himself JFK Jr. That's right. Ron Watkins was talking to JFK Jr. himself. Alive in the flesh. Good old JFK Jr., a.k.a. I think that's that other scammer that pretends to be JFK Jr. What was his name? It'll come to me. Yeah, I told JFK Jr. about my plan to make the 8chan coin, and he said that he could help me and put it all together for me, and all I had to do was invest the money, and he would make sure that it didn't get sniped. Yeah. JFK Jr., he was on my back. Yeah, he helped me out. Wow. I am now working to bringing back 8chan per usual as milestone 1 and hope milestones 2 and 3 will eventually be reached so we can discuss and implement those as well. I'm very proud on how 8chan has helped fuel President Trump's political success over the years, and I sincerely hope that I can continue to be a force for good. With the dismantling of USAID and the draining of the swamp, I hope that the online free speech can continue to grow while everybody has a voice. You got to be fucking joking me, dude. Yeah, 8chan helped Trump grow. 8chan did that? It was 8chan that did that? Like, how much of a fucking fuck? How much of a fuckwad? Like, this guy can't do shit himself. He's never coded anything himself. He didn't code fucking 8chan himself. They bought 8chan, and then when they put it back up, it was shitty. And the new 8kun is even shittier than 8chan or 4chan or WizardChan were. And there's only even one board that fucking anybody goes to, and it's the Q board. So, like, he literally thinks he had a hand in helping Trump because he was running the QAnon boards and he was posting his Q for a while on his little boards because he locked everybody else from being able to do that. Like, at the ass end of it, and then they got an HBO documentary together to say that dude was QAnon. I mean, this is fucking crazy, dude. Fucking scammers, bro. Like, he's so out of money. They're so out of areas. He puts together a fucking meme coin to scam his followers into paying for them to put up 8chan again. 8chan. Yeah. 8chan. Like, what about 8kun? You know, what about 8kun? I thought that was your guys' like big new baby or whatever, right? I thought 8kun was it. Infinite Chan. So you're raising money to put up the board that you already have put up that nobody fucking uses. Well, I mean, pedos use it, but I mean, if you go look at the pages and active ISPs, I mean, there's only one. There's Sam Burka research is actually getting more play than Q research, which, what the fuck is Sambrika? Sasbrika, what the fuck is that, dude? Whatever. It doesn't make any sense, man. You know, makes me want to start up a coin again, but then I realized that if you guys barely even send me money as donations on the channel, there is no way that we're even going to be able to make any money off of like a scam coin or anything like that. But, you know, I guess that's just the way that it goes. It's the way that the cookie crumbles. That's how everything shakes out. But it definitely seems like strange things are afoot. We have Rawsalerts, the puppy fetish guy, getting exposed. We got fucking Ron Watkins doing a crypto scam and blowing it up in his face epically. Elon Musk is cutting the federal government. Donald Trump is making waves and moves with all of his people. And I mean, like, where do you really go? Like, where do we really go from here? You know? Honestly, looking at this whole situation from like the 40,000 foot view, I feel like this video perfectly encapsulates the journey that Elon Musk has taken to get here. That gets me in my heart right there. Elon Musk has come so far. He's come so far. So far. It's unbelievable how far people has gone. You know, I mentioned this earlier today, actually, but, you know, you got to hand it to Trump right now for the jabs that he's taking at Canada.
With Canada, there was obviously a delay in implementing those tariffs?
I spoke to Governor Trudeau on numerous occasions, and we'll see what happens. But it just sets up so good for them. Look, the people would pay much less tax than they're paying right now. They'd have perfect military protection. They don't have any military protection because and you take a look at what's going on out there. You have Russian ships, you have China ships, you have Chinese ships, you have a lot of ships out there, and people are in danger. This is a different world today. It's a different world. They need our protection. Yes.
A delay in implementing those tariffs.
I spoke to Governor Trudeau on
tariffs.
I spoke to Governor Trudeau on numerous. I spoke to Governor Trudeau on.
No, I did not see a kayaker getting chomped by a fucking humpback whale. No, that's fucking nightmare. That's a nightmare. Nightmare fucking fuel. Nightmare! 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 Oh my God. That's nightmare fuel. Nightmare. 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 Ah! Did I mention that Kanye West was getting divorced? Kanye West and Bianca Censori have split and are planning to divorce after she reportedly refused to participate in his new film, citing that she was traumatized by Kanye West's vile anti-Semitic meltdown on Twitter. And who's that from? That's from Rawsalerts. Rawsalerts. Puppy fetish guy himself. I mean, who's worse? Rawsalerts or Kanye West? Who's worse? Who's fucking worse? Yeah, who's worse? I don't know. It's probably Nintendo. Did you guys hear Nintendo is taking a huge L today? Nintendo grappling hard with the choice after U.S. Patent Office overwhelmingly rejects anti-Palworld patent application. Yes. Oh. How is it possible that Nintendo asserts patents which applied for only after Palworld's launch on January 23rd, 2025? Why doesn't Japanese patent attorney doubt that the Palworld implements the smooth switching of writing objects that one of Nintendo's patents in suit relates to as of January 26, 2025? Yeah. Nintendo has served Pocket Pair in Japan, but other observers have seen that they've been going out to other places besides Japan so that they can expand their legal assault. And yeah, they kind of got fucked. Yep, that's right. They made a choice to make a U.S. patent application for all of their Pokemon stuff so that they could battle Palworld. And yeah, they received a letter of final rejection from the patent examiner. Yes. Now, final is not literally final in the terms of the story. It's just they're rejecting it and they're giving them a chance to appeal it if they fix it up a little bit. But yeah, they try to take out a fucking assload of patents. But yeah, out of 23 on this particular list, 22 have been outright rejected, and only one of them was objected to. So that means that it's also not granted. So they basically took an L on every single application that they put in so that they could possibly try to go after Palworld in the United States. Which is really fucking crazy, dude. 23 claims, dude. Every single claim is rejected. That's right. And only one of them was not outright rejected, but still objected to, meaning that still no fuck you. Yeah, dude. You gotta think about that, son. You gotta think about that. I wouldn't want to be a Nintendo lawyer right now because I'm getting my ass handed to me by Pokemons with guns. You gotta love it. But then again, you gotta think the U.S. Patent Office It's Americans. Americans like Pokemon. Americans like guns. You're trying to take away Pokemons with guns from us, and we're going to say, fuck you. No, we're not going to let that happen. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Spaldo, you want to be in Yee's corner, but but it could be wild. He's wilded. There's no way that I could even. I can't be in Yee's corner right now. Hell nah, dog. That's how you lose everything, bro. I ain't trying to lose everything. I'm not Yee. I can't fucking make that kind of money. I can't make a sneaker. I can't fucking sell a swastika t-shirt on the internet, make money off of it. I mean, how many of those fucking shirts do you think that motherfucker sold? I mean, that shit is raw, bro. Raw. Yeah, that shit is definitely raw, but that's all I got for you today. I mean, I felt like I would have had a lot more information to go throw into your faces and give you some information, but I don't. There's other like news stories out there, but all of them just seem ass. And if anything else, I definitely want to go watch that movie. Yeah, I want to go watch that one movie or whatever. I gotta see if the movie's near me. Yeah, I gotta go to a movie theater. You gotta watch Captain America, motherfucker. Gotta go watch Captain America. Yeah, boy. So they got the midnight showing. I gotta go see that shit. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I can go see it. But it's at 10:30. I will make it. I guess I'll have to go see it later. It's only 2% full. Oh, well. That's it, though. I'm done. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Have a nice evening. Don't do anything that I would do or do whatever. I don't care. Just make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share this with your friends, do all that bullshit. And if you don't, well, whatever. Have a nice day. Be well out there. Try not to be a weirdo puppy person and to get exposed for that shit, because that should be wild. That should be wild. Wow. Bye.